So welcome to Venice. We don't really have a plan for the day. We got in real late last night. I am so tired, but there's no time to waste. So we're gonna get a train into the main part of Venice. We're gonna get a bunch of good food and we're gonna go explore. Let's go.
So we spent our first day, no Google Maps, just wandering around getting lost in the city. It really is the best way to see it. Did you know there's over 400 bridges in Venice? And by the time we left, I felt like we'd crossed all of them. After a while of exploring, we stopped to grab a bite to eat and a drink, and God, these sandwiches were delicious. We sat here for a while and just watched the world go by. After enjoying a delicious glass of wine in the sun, we thought we'd head back to our hotel and get ready for the rest of the night. After dinner, we went to a local bar to grab a few drinks and play a few games before heading back to the hotel for the night. On day 2, we woke up, grabbed a quick breakfast before heading over to get the boat to the island of Murano. We already had a boat trip planned for later in the week where we'd stop at Murano along with a couple of other islands, but we knew we wouldn't get much free time on that trip, and so we thought we'd head over and explore the island properly ourselves. Murano is famous for its glass. It's all handmade on the island, and luckily we'd see that process later on in the trip. After forcing Sarah to be my subject in a few photos, we stopped to enjoy the sunshine and to grab some food. Just as the sun was starting to set, we jumped back on a boat, headed back over to Venice, and got ready for dinner. We found an awesome little restaurant for dinner, and they served me the largest portion of pasta I've ever been given. We ended the night with a short walk and a couple of glasses of red wine. We had to meet our guide around 11 AM, so we jumped on a train and then walked into the centre of Venice to meet them. We actually only booked this the night before, and amazingly, the other guests didn't show up, so we ended up with our own private tour.
It means old milk shop, and this is prosciutto San Daniele.
In total, we visited 6 places, had some amazing food and some delicious wine. But this place may have been my favourite. I ate way too many cannolis here. We finished the tour with some ice cream and said our goodbyes to Elena before heading out on our own to try more food and of course drink more wine. This was my favourite bar from the trip. The owner was lovely and made amazing cocktails, and all the music in there was played from vinyl records. After somehow still wanting dinner after a non-stop day of eating, we took a slow walk back to our hotel. On our last day, we were jumping on a boat and heading back over to Murano, then over to Torcello, and then finally stopping in Murano. But first we had to head over to Fluffy Brunch to grab some breakfast. Watching the glass being made in front of you is incredible. There's around 100 glass blowing factories on Murano, and they all make it by hand. Torcello was first settled in 452 AD, but is now only populated by a handful of people. We had about 50 minutes on this island, and we spent the time exploring, checking out the church, and then sitting by the water and just enjoying the sunshine. Our final island was Murano, and it was the one I've been most looking forward to. It's well known for its colourful houses, and I couldn't wait to take some photos here. If you're interested in seeing more photos from the trip, or more of my photography in general, you can find me here on Instagram. And then it was time to head home. So we got on the boat and went back to Venice. We had just enough time to squeeze in one final ice cream at our favourite spot before heading back to the hotel, grabbing our bags and making our way to the airport. So that's it for this one. If you enjoyed watching, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.